Right, so we are doing paper quilling. So what I'm going to do is go through a very quick rundown of lots of different shapes. I will upload this picture of the different shapes that we can make, so you can all see it. And then we're all going to go on and make something like this together. And then I hope that you will all then kind of continue, and maybe, I don't know if you want to extend it and use some of the extra shapes. You can just do this, or you can put a load of different shapes in the shape, or you can basically do whatever you want. I really want to see some creativity, but if you want to follow exactly, that's absolutely fine too. So you have, my cat's been up here. I feel like there's cat hairs. You have a whole load of different paper quilling paper. And I've tried to make sure that each one of you gets a whole spectrum of colors. So you have got a rainbow of colors. However, you might have different widths of the paper, but that just gives you a bit more depth, and just go with it and have fun with whatever you've got. The ones that I've got, because actually I completely sold out, so I haven't even got one of the same measuring tools as you have, because they all got sent out, so which is great. But I mean, it's only the stuff that we need, but yeah. So what we're going to do is go through so you've got your paper quilling papers. I've got a mixture of lots of colors in one pack. You have so much of this stuff, so you can make absolutely loads. I made all of this with a pack, and like it's not even made a dent. That's the old one, and this is the new one. So you've got absolutely loads. You can make so much with these. Just be a bit careful. They're so easy to just lean on, and then you've got a kink in them, like I've done. Or I made this flower the other day because that was going to be the basis of what we were making, and then I kind of sat on that as well, or leaned on it. So it is, it is paper, so just be very careful. The benefit is that when we're bending it, it will stay in the shape that we want it to stay in. However, if you kind of accidentally lean on it, then you're going to ruin the shape. So we have our paper quilling tool here, which is, if you look very closely, it's got a little slip down the end of it. And this is what we're going to slot our paper into. You've got some tweezers, you've got some black and white card, and you've got your round green measuring tool. So what we're going to do first is just go through a load of different techniques of how to make different shapes. So I'm just going to get some card and put it down just so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, and you've got your glue. So you've got your needle tipped glue. What I would recommend is, if you can, putting it in a little cup or a little something so that you can keep it upside down, because the glue does tend to, it moves quite slowly, but once it's at the tip, that's fine. Or even on its side, that's fine. The glue is called Aleene's tacky glue, and it's the best glue. I know it's not spelt like our Aleen, but Aleene. And it's the best glue for this because it's tacky. It's like PVA, but it's a little bit more tacky. So it sticks really quickly, and it's absolutely perfect for this. But less is more when it comes to this glue. We don't want glue everywhere. The tiniest bit, it's literally paper sticking to paper. So you just need the tiniest little bit. So open one of your packets, whatever color you like. You can use a different color for every single one of these. We're going to basically go through and make all of these little shapes. Okay, so if you want to make them all in one color, that's fine. If you want to mess around and play with the colors, that's fine as well. You can make one of these if you want, or you can make all the shapes and then use them in your artwork for later, whatever you decide to do. But I'm gonna make basically this again, and then I can show you how to stick these down. So it's quite a good practice before we get into the main thing. Okay. Right, so if you get yourself any piece of paper, so they'll probably be attached at the top and the bottom, just with a bit of, gum like the top of a pad of paper. I'm just going to remove one. I might just mute you guys because I can hear your packaging. But if you want to say anything, feel free to just unmute yourself. Right. Now, what we're going to do first is just a normal circle, or a loose scroll, it's called. So what we're going to do is put the absolute end of the paper through the tiny little slit in your quilling tool, right to the end. You don't really want anything sticking out the end. And then all you need to do is start twisting. Hold it tight against the quilling tool and just start twisting. It helps if you keep your finger gently on the end, and then you can try and make sure it all rolls kind of roughly evenly. You don't want it kind of going left and right. Once you get moving with it, you can get quite quick because you will be able to you'll kind of know where to put your fingers so that it just rolls evenly and it doesn't kind of go up and down. So hold it tight. And then what we're going to do is gently just remove it from the tool. It will just pull off the end. Okay. So that on its own, if we glued that, well, should we just do this one? We'll do a tight coil first. This is probably quite a good way of starting it. So you've got your little tail. If you just hold it tight, well, not too tight, you don't want to squish it. Use the tiniest bit of glue right on the end. You just want a tiny little line of glue. And then, hi Trisha. I'm going to stick it straight down. You're automatically muted, I think, Trisha.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
All good. I am going to continue on with my English paper piecing, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Nice to see you.
You too.
Right, so can you see how quickly that sticks? I've literally just put it on, stuck it down, and it sticks straight away. So there we have a tight coil. Okay. So that's a very handy one to use. That's our first one. We're going to do the same thing again, get another piece of paper.
It's supposed to be like really
Right, so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to spin it up. You can cut these pieces shorter if you want to, but I'm just going to use all of the ones we're going to do at the moment is just going to be with the full with the full piece, but you will be able to do it. So I'm going to show you how to do a circle coil. So it depends what size you want to do. A lot of this, you'll be able to just release it and see what shape it's going in. But if you want to do something like if you're making flowers or something and you want all the petals to be in the same size, what we do is we use our little tool here. So you'd pick whatever size you want. I'm going to pick a 15, and you can put it down on the table, but be careful because sometimes they do kind of pop out. So either you can put it on the table and release. So when you release this, it's all going to spring out. Okay. You can hold it, you can hold your piece up so that you can make sure you keep it in there, or you can put your finger on top of it and make sure that you release it, but so that the end doesn't come out of your shape. So when you've done that, it will open up only to the size that you want it.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Sorry, would you glue the end before you release it or
No, if you glue the end before you release it, it won't release.
Ah, okay.
So you release it to the size you want, and then you can, and so now I can pick it up, and that's still the size that I want. I can just bend this little tail back and I can glue that. So then I'll just roll it over and that will stick.
Did I miss you saying something about the glue? Because
The glue
there we go.
is very tacky. So you literally, once you get the coil to the size that you want, stick a little bit of glue on and it will stay in that.
I think my glue was just stuck. Oh, I see, yeah.
Okay. So that is a tight coil. That is a loose coil. You see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
And if I use the same circle every time, that would make, so I can make all the circles exactly the same size. Okay, just depending on what you want to do. So you can make flowers with these. So you could make something like this. Oh, I'll show you this in a minute when we shape them. So you can use this as a shape. What we're going to do is, right, let's go through them. So this is a standard circle coil. We've got a loose coil and a tight coil. I'm going to get another piece of paper. What colour to go for now? This time we are going to do a C scroll. So that is this one. So what we're going to do here is attach our quilling tool, roll towards us until we're about halfway through the paper, and then we're going to let it go, and then we're going to go to the other end and roll that towards us as well. Okay, so get your quilling tool. It doesn't have to be exact, but we're going to roll. And if you roll it quite tight when you're doing this, then when you take it out and release it, it will automatically stay where it should be. You see that? So then I'm going to go to the other side and we're going to roll in the same direction. So towards that, where that coil, buzzing. Okay, so again, roll it quite tight. Take the tool out, release it, and then you have a C curl. You see? Can you see? Okay. So I'm going to put all of these to the side because we can stick them all down later. Now we're going to do an S scroll. So for this one, it's exactly the same as doing a C scroll, but with the C scroll where we curled both of them in this way, we're going to curl one in this way and one out the other way. Okay? So one in to about halfway. And the good thing about an S is that it's even less important to have it even because it looks actually quite nice with an S scroll where it's slightly smaller on the top and slightly bigger on the bottom. It depends what you're doing it for, but these are quite nice for, you know, vines on flowers and that kind of thing. So then we're going to turn it round. That handy on TikTok. Okay. So when you release that, it's really satisfying when it kind of pops out. So you've got your S shape. Okay. Right, this one, I really like this one. This is called a V scroll. You guys, am I going too fast or is it all okay? Well, I'm going to turn on mute again. Right, so for a V scroll, what we're going to do is fold our piece in half and give it a good squeeze to make sure that we've got a proper, you know, crease. Okay. So now when it's closed, what we want is for the V scroll to bend outwards like that. So we want to use our paper quilling tool and roll them both outwards. When you roll them outwards, it becomes a V scroll. When you roll them inwards, it becomes a little heart. Both of those are quite handy. To the end, pull it off. And again, if you do this with your paper being a little bit shorter, you know, you can just get a single curl, but what we're doing here is just for simplicity, we're using the whole piece. And then if you bend that back up again. And so when you, if you find that you want them to be slightly bigger or slightly smaller, you can still manipulate them here. You can kind of undo them a little bit and they'll kind of sit wherever you want them to go. Okay, so that's your V scroll. You've got a Y scroll, which is a very similar one to that. We're nearly finished now with these ones. So a Y scroll, we're going to fold it again like the V scroll. But this time, before we coil it, we're going to put a little bit of glue in the tail just to keep that bottom bit stuck together. Only probably, well, it's up to you how long you want the tail to be, but I'm probably going to do it 2 centimeters maybe. Try and make sure you put the lid on your glue because it does quickly dry. You might have to be poking the end or pulling the bit of glue out the top. I forget all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna just pinch that end together. And then I'm gonna roll that again outwards. If there's anything that you are not understanding, please do let me know. There we go.
Sorry, what shape did you do after the S shape?
The V. So you fold it in half.
And then on outside. Yes, okay.
Outwards, yeah.
Thank you.
But if you do it the other way, you're making a heart. So don't feel like you're doing it wrong. If you do it, whichever way you do it, just carry on doing it that way. And actually, if you do one way and one the other, that's the next one we're going to do anyway. So there isn't a right or wrong way of doing this. You're just making different shapes. I'm just showing you how to make slightly different shapes, but all of them have different uses. So your Y shape, got your Y shape there. And also what you can do with a Y shape is the tail can stay straight if you want it to, but you can also bend the tail and that makes a nice little curved Y shape. Okay. So I probably don't need to go into the heart because you know how to do that unless you want me to do a heart. But so if you do a V shape the other way round, you're going to get a heart. And if you want to do an asymmetrical heart, you can just do the fold slightly further one way or the other up the piece of paper, and then you'll get an asymmetrical heart. Okay. Right, I'm now going to show you how to do some of these extra shapes so what we need to do is make ourselves a few loose coils. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I want to have time to do this. Right, what am I doing? Coil. So we're going to do just a normal coil. I don't mind the size of it, so I'm not going to measure the size. I'm just going to pull it off, let it release to whatever it wants to. This is going to be a little bit of a bigger one. So then I will stick the end. Right, so from this coil, we can make lots of other shapes just by bending them into different shapes. So we're going to make a teardrop. One of these shapes. Can you see that okay?
Would it be okay to send a picture of those examples?
Of course. Yeah.
Because they're really good reference.
Yeah. Where shall I send them? Can I put it in the Zoom?
I think you might be able to add it in the Zoom, yeah, as a either in the chat maybe, or send it.
Yeah, I might be able to send it in the chat. Let me have a look. Let me just take
Yeah.
a picture. Shows if I can then send it to my laptop. See if you can see that.
Yeah, you can download it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so now what we're going to do with our coil, all we need to do to make a teardrop is pinch one side. Okay, so we're going to keep one side rounded and we're just going to pinch the other side. And you can pinch as many of the lines of coil as you want. So it'll look like this. And then when you release it, it will be in a teardrop. So you can do those whatever size you want. And it's really nice because it kind of goes in a funny little spiral. Okay. So that's a teardrop. Shall we do a square? It's a bit warm in here tonight. Right, I'm not going to let that one open too much. So if you want, you can just release it and let it spring back to whatever size you want. But you can also kind of control the release. You can hold it and just loosen it a bit until it is the size that you want. And then you can just stick it down. I think maybe a little bit bigger than that. And then you hold it and then you can stick it. I didn't leave my glue upside down. Do as I say, not as I do, as my mum used to say. And I didn't put the lid back on. So just sticking that down. Right, to do a square. This one always seems a bit counterproductive. So what we're going to do is completely flatten this, okay, and so that we squeeze it as so it's as flat as possible, okay. I'm going to squish out the edges, and then we're going to move it over the other way. Did you see that, or was it out of frame? And then we're going to flatten it the other way. And then when you open it up, it becomes the coolest little square. You see it?
That's so cool.
Amazing, isn't it? It's so satisfying as well. You just think, oh, I've ruined this now. And then it's just the most perfect little square. Okay. So we'll go again. We'll do some more. I'm sure, to be honest,
With the square, are we supposed to stick it down or let it loose and then stick it?
let it loose to the rough size that you want it to be. So
Yeah.
you can use I'm not really going to use this much today, but it's really useful if you are doing flowers or something like that where you want the same size petals over and over. So you're just using the teardrops. If you make them all the same size and then you do a teardrop, the outer circumference will always be the same size. Because what you're doing is you're sticking, all of the inside bit isn't stuck. So what you're doing is literally just sticking the one outer loop, and then that keeps everything else inside.
That square is so cool.
Yeah. And if you do it really slowly, you can see all of them kind of squishing the other way. It's so satisfying.
So cool. And it just looks different every time it open, like as in they're all going to look different because they would all have different friction and stuff.
Yeah. It'd be cool to do a little like square blocks, a load of blocks of
Slow-mo. Yeah. Yeah, square block.
Right, I'm going to release this a little bit. Which one am I making? Maybe the marquee.
My glue keeps getting clogged. I don't know if I've.
You keep putting the lid on.
Yeah.
Right, so with the marquee, it's kind of similar to the square, but we're not squeezing the whole thing flat. What we're going to do is just squeeze the two outer edges. So you want the coil to still be round in the middle. So you squeeze it to about that much. And then when you release it, that's called a marquee or an eye shape.
Wow. That's so cool.
Okay. What are we going to do next? What have we done? Marquee. Should we do a crescent moon or a triangle maybe? Again, I'm just going to release it to the size that I want it. And then glue it down. Left my glue open again. It is just like PVA though. Normally, if you have left it open, you can just pull the lid, pull the top bit out. Or just, I did see a trick actually, which was get a little tiny bowl of water, cut a sponge in a circle to sit in the water. And then with these needle tip things, you can just keep your glue sitting face down in a slightly wet sponge. And it means that the end doesn't dry up. But I saw that tip after I'd sent all the boxes out. So. Right. What are we doing? Triangle. So triangle, we start off with a teardrop. So we just squeeze one corner. And then, this is a bit of, you kind of have to just eyeball this one and then just hold it upright like this. And then you squeeze the other two corners. You don't want to pinch your fingers in too much because it'll bend the outer bits in too much. But if you just create the corners, you get a nice triangle. Okay, now should we do a crescent? Oh, a diamond. Diamond is just the, well, actually, I could do the diamond with the square. So you can do the diamond with the square, but what you do is once you've done your square, you can use the corners of your fingers to kind of push inwards. Oh, actually, maybe not. Let me do it with another one. So when it's a coil, you place your 4 fingers evenly on the coil. This is quite a small one, so it might be difficult to see. And then you push the corners in all at the same time. So you are actually bending the inner ones in, and then you get a little diamond shape. You can kind of squeeze the edges as well to make sure each of the tips are pointed. And then you've got a little diamond shape. Okay, and then shall we do a crescent and a S shape, and then we are done, and I'll show you how to do this. Make this one a bit bigger. Ooh, that size. And if you feel like they're not opening enough, you can kind of unroll them a little bit. Right, for a crescent, we're literally just going to take our coil and we're going to bend it into a C shape. So just put your fingers in towards the top. And then we squeeze the edges. So we're ending up with something like that. It's going a bit blurry. And then when you release it, we've got a little crescent moon. And exactly the same, I probably don't need to make an S shape. Again, do you want me to make an S shape? Or are you happy to, do you get the idea? Where you just pull one end one way and one end the other way, and you can make a little S shape like this one. Okay. Right, so shall we start making something that looks a little bit like this? So if you can use whatever colors you want. Obviously I really like a rainbow, clearly. So I've done mine in rainbow colors. If you want it to be a certain color, go for it. You can do all of it in one color if you want, or a couple of colors, whatever you decide to do. Please be as creative as you want to be with this. So we're going to start with the little heart in the middle. This is another way of making a heart. We're making 2 teardrops, and we're going to, can you see right in the center there's a little red heart? So what we're going to do is just make 2 teardrop shapes for the heart in the middle. I might do those in white. Oh, have I got white here? I don't think I have. This one. I'll open this. Right. So I'm going to make a white heart. So I'm going to get 2 of the same color to make our heart. And I'm going to make 2 teardrop shapes. But with this, I am going to measure them because I want them to be the same size. So we're going to coil our paper. And I think I'm going to make them, I'll make them a bit bigger this time, I think. So maybe a 20. Let it open up. Oh, it's kind of a cream color I'm doing here. One.
So are you making the heart in the middle right now?
No, sorry, I'm just doing 2 loose coils, and I'm going to make both of them into teardrop shapes, and we're going to stick them together to make a heart.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm just making 2 loose coils at the moment, the same size.
At what point do we glue the teardrop end?
So
Once
when
it's been squished?
no, when it's a coil, you always do the glue when it's still a coil before you squish it. So I'm going to glue both of those into coils. So all I've got now is two loose coils. but of exactly the same size.
Glue.
Glue. Oh yeah, I'm using the glue again in a sec. Oh, and that one hasn't quite stuck down. So then I'm going to make both of them into teardrops. If you remember, just pinching one side and then leaving the curl out. And I'm going to do that with the other one as well. Then what I'm going to do is stick them together. But if you notice, the curls will be going clockwise or anti-clockwise. Let me try and hold them so you can see. I want this heart to be for them to mirror each other. So turn it round if you need to make sure that they are, if you look at them when they're sat down on the desk, you'll see that they either go that way or that way or that way. Do you see what I mean? In the way that they uncoil. So, I mean, they're not going to be perfect. That's why it is beautiful, because it's handmade. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue just along one of the edges, only halfway down. So I'm basically going to put glue from here to here. Okay, literally just from halfway, not even halfway down, a bit further than halfway down, probably the bottom third of this edge, just one edge. And then I'm going to stick them both together. Okay. So just a little bit of glue here. And then I'm going to put the lid back on. Right down to the bottom of the... So can you... I don't know if you can see how much... You probably can't because I'm doing a white thing. There's basically glue from here to here. And then I'm going to stick them together. And then just hold them in place by pinching the bottom together just for, a couple of seconds. So what you've got is a little heart that looks like that. And I'll just pinch them for not long at all. It's so good, this glue. And then that heart is done. When you make, if you're ever going to make flowers or anything, very often you can make the whole flower and stick the petals to the middle bit before you even stick it to your paper. Right. I'm going to get my black card and I'll show you how to stick this to the paper. Now, what we don't want to do is put glue all over our quilling because it goes everywhere. The best way I've found to do it, if you've still got your piece of plastic that your tool came in, or anything. I mean, it's like PVA, so you can put it on anything. If I didn't have this piece of plastic, I could just put it on my cutting board and it'll peel off when it's dry. But what you need to do is I will get some glue and I put a little blob on my piece of plastic. And then you can just smear that around. If you've got like I probably should have put something extra in. I've got a little smearer here, but if you've got like a spoon or anything that you can use just to smear it around, so you've just got a bit of flat glue. So like that. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. TikTok's trying to kick me out. So I've just got a little bit of glue on there. I've smeared it quite thin. You don't want a load of glue. Again, less is more. So this is where we use our tweezers. You can put your shape into the glue, push it down, and then we're going to lift it up with our tweezers, but we're going to be very, very careful to lift it up in sections because you don't want to just yank the whole thing up. Just gently lift it away until it seems like the whole thing will come off. Could you see that okay when I did that? And then you can just sit this down on your paper wherever you want it to go. Push it down. And then that will stick quite well, pretty much straight away. So then you've got your heart stuck to your card pretty instantly. Right, now we're going to do the outline of this heart so that we've got something to fill. I might do that again with the same colour. Or maybe I'll do it with black actually. Yeah, I'll do it. Right, what we're going to do now is fold our piece in half. We're going to make the frame for the outside. And what we want for this is for the edges of this to be glued, but also we're going to stick. So this, where it's folded is the bottom of our heart. And then these bits are going to curl round and are going to stick into the top of this heart, to the white heart. So we're going to, again, use our tweezers and just stick the very edge of the, I need to move it back so you can see. Just the very edge of the paper in the glue. You don't need a lot at all. Don't need to drag it through, just need to move it, dab it, lift it and move it again. Try and make sure all of the bits are covered. It is a bit fiddly. This is probably the most fiddly bit. Oh, bum. You're more fiddly when you push it over. Right. And then also, when I've got my shape like this, I also, right, well, actually, it should be fine. So I'm going to hold it with my tweezers. And I'm going to put the top of the heart, I'm just going to poke it into where the other heart is. I don't know if you can see this very well. Can you see? I probably should have done it with better colours. So I've stuck just the top into the top of that heart. And then I can just place the bottom bit wherever I want it to go. And stick it down to the paper. Actually, I feel like I want it a bit further up than that. is quite fiddly, this bit. I think it might take a couple of attempts because I feel like my glue is now. Yeah, I'm going to try that again. Doesn't always work first time. Right, we're going to go again. It does dry quite quickly, this glue. And you've got tiny amounts on it. And the great thing about hearts is that, again, they can be asymmetrical. They can be whatever shape you want, which is just a excuse because mine isn't straight. But that's fine. Okay. So now I have a heart stuck to my piece of paper and attached to the other piece, the other heart. Right, what I'm going to show you now is another technique called honeycombing, which is how we get these really lovely shapes. So each one of the colours here is one piece of quilling paper. So I'll do the same thing again. I really like the rainbow spectrum. So I'm going to get some red. Do you want me to wait? Are you all good with doing the heart, or you're okay? Ah, nice. Love it. Are you okay with the next bit, doing the outline? Yeah, cool. Right. What I'm going to show you now is a honeycomb. I'm going to put the lid on my glue. So what we do here is we attach our quilling tool to the end and we'll roll down just, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 turns. Squeeze it tight. Let it go. Okay, so we've got a little tiny coil at the end there. Okay. Then what you do is maybe an inch further down, you attach your quilling tool back again. And it doesn't matter, you can go one way or the other, or you can keep going the same way. It doesn't really matter. But what you're going to do is about that far down, we're going to go again, and we're just going to start twisting it. I'll do it for YouTube and then I'll do it for TikTok. So we're just going to start twisting it until we reach that upper coil. You see that? And then we're going to release it again. And so then we've got one coil that goes one way and one coil that goes the other. So again, for TikTok, I will put it in there about an inch down. And I'm going to, it doesn't matter if you coil it towards you. I like to kind of mix it up and do a little bit one way and a little bit the other. Then you coil it to the next coil up and release it. And as you can see, we're starting to get this lovely mixture of coils. So we'll just do that all the way down. try and keep this as straight as possible. This is the bit that it is a bit tricky. It does like to go all over the place. But the glue will pretty much hold it down. If it does all start going all over the place, it doesn't really matter. But the great thing about this is that it fills, if you're ever doing any paper quilling and you want to fill a gap, this stuff is amazing because it'll basically, because it twists both ways, you can now manipulate this shape to fit into any shape that you want. So if whatever shape you make as your outline, you can put petals, any of these shapes in there. And then this is a really good filler and it will fill up all the way around. So as you can see with this, that is just a load of this honeycomb style.
Can you do it again? Sorry, I'm really confused.
Of
how you
course,
did
of
it.
course. Yeah. I'm gonna do lots of these now anyway. So I'll do a yellowy one. So we're going to start from the top as we did with our normal quilling. I'm trying to do it so that I can do it, but I don't get my fingers in the way. So is it best that way?
Yeah, so the first part I get.
So just go down a few twists, pull it out, and you've got a little coil. And then you go in, maybe like leave about an inch gap. Okay, and then put your quilling tool in there about an inch down. And then you can go either way, but hold your fingers on both sides and you're basically twisting it together. Until you get to that little coil. And then you can
Release. Oh, and then again go a little bit down.
Yeah.
And you can go both ways.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you go. It actually works quite well to go a bit of both because then it makes it really easy. Because effectively what you're doing is you've got both.
Oh, I see.
You've got coils from both sides there. So those three I've obviously just gone the same way. But then I can never remember which way I've gone. Maybe I'll try and go backwards. But it doesn't really matter because yeah, so that was the other way then.
I get it. Thank you.
Yeah. Does everybody on TikTok get it? Do I need to do a closer one up there? I'll do a closer one anyway. So we've got our shape there. I'm going to put my quilling tool in about an inch further down. Try and make sure it's straight. Just up to the next hoop, and then you can release it. Ooh, did I just lean on that? No. Mind your elbows. So I'm going to do a load of these. We're not going to stick them down until we've done a load because once the glue is out, it does dry quite quickly. So what we want to do is get a load of our honeycomb coils ready and we'll stick them all down together. And also you can kind of roughly see how much you're going to need and you can place them a bit better. if you want to do all the same color, it probably makes it easier in terms of placing them in, or a couple of colors. But it's just such a lovely craft to do this for, like, you know, you can do it for birthday cards and things now. How long does this usually take to do this bit? I think, I don't know, we'll probably be done within, probably by 9:30 or so. When you put them down on the table, try and kind of press them down so they're trying to sit flat. The glue will make them sit flat, but we're trying to encourage them to sit flat. Right, generally orange. Get all of my paper out first, actually, because then I know what I'm doing. Oh, have I done that one? Yeah, I've done that one. Light yellow. I've done light yellow as well. You are all very welcome to unmute yourselves if you want to have a chat. I don't really, it's not, we're not fully in the teaching zone anymore. That lovely sea glass lady keeps popping up for me. Love her. I think we must have quite a few people doing this after the live this month. A few pinks out.
I'm doing the outlining hard. That's probably the most fiddly bit.
It is.
Yes.
It's definitely tricky. If you find it easier, with my first one, I did put a little bit of glue on the flat part of the bit that pokes into there, which does help to keep it in, but you don't want to put too much glue around everywhere, if you know what I mean.
I'm using my finger at this point instead of plastic
Yeah.
because I find that a bit almost there.
Once it's on, it will stay, but it is fiddly. But yeah, that's definitely the hardest bit, I think. I'll put the picture of that on my social media as well, so you can see
Oh my God, yes.
all of
Okay,
them.
I've got the heart.
Done it?
Yes,
Good.
there.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now
Yeah.
now I can enjoy the rest.
Yeah, that is the most tricky bit for sure. You see these people online doing these absolutely perfect like shapes for letters, and then they fill them all in and
I saw once I saw someone using this technique. That's why I was excited when I saw we're gonna do it. Obviously, mine's not gonna. Someone was doing like maybe I saw it on Etsy or somewhere. I don't know where because it's a long time ago.
yeah,
But they were making like names out of with this technique, so like quite big, so people could order like for their room or whatever.
yeah.
And he looked amazing. Obviously, they were really good. It was big, and but I thought, oh, that looks good. And then I saw that we doing that. I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah. I mean, all of the techniques that you have here, if you go back to those videos, you'll see you'll see clearer how they do it,
Mm.
There'll obviously be there's obviously more things that you can do with this, but these are kind of if you know how to make those shapes, you can make a lot of what you now see on the internet.
Can I see the picture for a second? What it looks like, the one we're making?
Oh, what we're making, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So then we're going to fit all of those bits in. It goes really blurry, doesn't it, when I try and put it closer?
No,
Let's
I
do
see it
that.
clear. Maybe
Oh,
it's
do
blurry.
you?
Yeah, yeah, I see it
Oh,
clear.
good. Okay. I'll show you TikTok as well.
Now I'm gonna try the honeycomb.
Yeah. It's one of those things that sometimes it can look like it's a bit messy, but once you stick it down, it's so satisfying because it all just kind of sits where you want it to. It can, again, be a little bit fiddly, like putting it all in, but it's really satisfying that it fits into. This is why I wanted to show you this, because whatever you're doing, if you need to fill in extra bits, it's a really good way of filling in extra bits.
Do you know what we're doing next?
Again, I've got too many ideas.
I was gonna say, is it too soon to ask?
Oh, I'm just so like, I'm so excited by it. Sometimes I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? And other times I'm like, I've got too many choices. I always thought, oh, I'm going to run out of things to do, but I think there's just too many choices. I really wanted to do that cyanotype. Have you heard of that? Where you do
No.
but it might be that we have to do it on a daytime, because it's almost like an old-fashioned type, kind of like a photography type thing, but you can do it with all natural things, or you can do it with more chemically things. Basically, you put this fluid on paper, on really nice paper, and then you can lay different things on it, lovely shape, things that you could see the shapes, buttons and leaves and that kind of thing. And you leave it out in the sunshine, and the sun affects some of it and not the bits that it doesn't touch. And then you kind of cure it with another thing. And then you've got these lovely, and they end up blue and white.
Oh,
And
yeah, that
you
sounds
get these
cool.
lovely images from laying. So it's really nice because you can put lots of little personal things, maybe a locket or, something that you would be able to recognize. So that was a really nice thing, but you need the sunshine. So I'm thinking, how risky is that to do it on a daytime, but also, is it actually going to be sunny? Can everyone get to somewhere where it's
Yeah.
So that one might be a bit tricky. That might just be a kit. Maybe I'll just send a kit out with that another time. Not for one of these. I've also seen these. I know I've made lampshades before. I've seen this really lovely. Some people make it with tea bags, but you can get this really lovely, very thin paper. I can't remember what it's called. And get dried flowers and use PVA glue and do a layer of this paper, layer of PVA glue, dried flowers, another layer of the paper with PVA glue on it, and it sets really rigid. And then you can make them into little lampshades or tea light holders, and the light comes through them. That's really lovely.
How long does it take her to get to bed?
I thought you were talking to me then.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that it was on loud. Good job I didn't say anything rude.
Yeah, there's a couple of other ideas as well, but
What about, I'm not saying next one, but maybe in the future, and I know you've done, I missed that one. I think you did earrings. Was that air dry clay?
that was like a Fimo clay, but so it was oven. They were oven baked. They were oven baked, weren't they? Yeah.
Because there's you can get air dry clay and make like trinkets or trays or
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
I've got some of that here
I
actually.
would never, it's just, I can't make myself. This is why I like this because I know I will sit once a month and do something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's maybe an idea
Yeah.
too.
To be honest, I've bought some air dry clay and I've tried a few things, but I've not done anything that I've liked enough to do it yet. But yeah, I bought some stuff for this, and my daughter used it for a school project the other day, so the air dry clay is gone. But yeah, there are some lovely things that I've seen. There was a lady that just got a couple of different types, shapes of bottles, and laid them down, and then just rolled it out really roughly, rolled it out into this like long, rough shape, and just laid these things over it, and then just shoved like tea lights in it really roughly, and then just let it dry. And it was just this amazing like candle holder for a centerpiece. And I was like, that is so simple but so lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe something like that. Air dry clay is really good actually. And then it's really nice to there's another lady that I follow. She does a similar thing to me, but she just does videos online of really like simple watercolors, and she's American or maybe Canadian actually. And she was using air dry clay the other day, and she just made these little sausages. She got these little mirror balls, just little mirror balls, shoved them on the back, made them into little snails.
Aww.
Disco snails?
Pardon?
The disco
Disco
snails?
snails. Yeah. Have you
I
seen her
watched
do
that.
them?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I love her. I think she's brilliant.
She does the watercolor painting.
Yeah, she does loads of
Yeah.
watercolors, doesn't she? I think she runs an art school or something like that. And she got all her kids to make them. She was like, my kids are 25 and 26 or something. But she painted them with watercolors and it worked really well, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I didn't realize you could paint air dry clay with watercolors, but it looked really good actually. I think way better than acrylic would have looked. Yeah, I love her. I can't remember her name, but I really like
With
her.
googly eyes on them.
Yeah, she did. I just like a lot of her doodling. I just feel like doodling is such a good idea. She just gives you, just with a pencil and a Sharpie and some watercolors, it's just so lovely.
We would copy a lot of her watercolor tutorials here, me and my daughter.
Yeah, yeah, she's great. She just seems really lovely, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Check the Are you doing okay over there, Sandra? I haven't heard from you. I hope you're all right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get every month more and more people joining in?
Yeah, it seems to be. And it's
That's
really
really
lovely
good.
that it's people are all over the place as well, which is just lovely.
Oh yeah, I saw your map. Like,
Yeah. I know. It was a bit weird that it was all so like even all over the country. I made the map and I thought, is that like a GDPR thing or is it okay? And I was like, no, it's so
no, it's
vague.
just a
It's
map.
fine. Yeah.
Nobody's names on it.
Yeah, exactly. But I did it just because I was interested. So I just put all the postcodes in and just said, can you roughly dot where these are? And then I thought, actually, that's really cool that they're all over the place.
I wish I could do one in person, but
Yeah.
this is good. This is good.
Where are you? You're Malta, aren't you?
South East London.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in Somerset.
So
Well,
we're
you're not.
going end of August, we're going to Isle of Wight
Oh, yeah.
for a week, and I found already there's a place that does art classes.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm really tempted to go for one just whilst I'm there, just in person.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
Would love that. Probably something to do with sea glass, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Be like, oh, I've got loads of this. Well, maybe it'll give you some ideas as to what to do with it.
Maybe. I'll definitely go look for some in there. I've got a map for places in there, so
Oh, nice.
if you ever wanted a map, I've got a map with best sea glass beaches in UK. So if you want, I can post it in our Facebook group.
That'd be
Would you like?
great.
It's not a secret or anything. And it's like quite good that if you in area or you want to travel, if it's like within
Yeah.
good distance, you can go and have a look.
Oh, I'd love that. I'm glad you said that it's not on every beach because I would have been
No,
looking for
it's
forever.
not. You can find a glass, but that's very often is a glass from bottles that people leave behind or oh. But,
I bumped into my old, well, say my old art teacher. There's a lovely lady that does art lessons locally around here. And I used to go to her classes. I was talking about this, about Curious Octopus with her because she does lots of in-person art classes. And I was like, she said, you need to come back. And I said, I know, but the thing is, this is why it's great for me because I've got kids, so I'm stuck in. I can't go out, and this business just solved all of my own problems, because I was like, I want to do something creative more often. I can't go out and do an art class because I'm stuck in. I want to be held accountable because I know I'll do it. There was just so many things I was like, right, but I could just send out a kit, but people will probably be like me and go, yeah, I'll do that at some point, but I don't know when.
yeah, no. And another thing is that I've done different classes where it was the same thing over and over. And as amazing as it was, I get bored.
Yeah.
And then, so I've done some painting with amazing teacher, and she was amazing. I can't fault her. She was absolutely amazing. But we were just doing painting, and I've done Fienna. I just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I've done like in COVID, I found some calligraphy and modern calligraphy lessons. I've done that, and I really enjoyed it. But because I've done quite a few, then I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm glad you said that because that was on my list as well.
it's a great thing. Oh, I would do it on this thing. I would do it
Yeah.
100%. But what I'm saying is, when you this is what I like that we do every month something else,
Yeah.
so it doesn't repeat.
Yeah.
And I really like that. That is always just yeah,
Yeah.
because and all of them, I would rate all of them 5 stars.
I'm glad. Thank
And I
you.
leave good reviews for all of them because I thought just because I don't want to do it anymore doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It's me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, that's
so yeah, I'm so happy to find this because it's just
well
I
again,
know I asked what's next month, but I don't care what is next month.
yeah.
You know, it's
It's something creative.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, again, that was another one. I think you go through life, don't you? And you kind of, I think I beat myself up a lot because I was a body painter. I used to do face painting and body painting. And I'd see all my peers and they'd get their paints out all the time when they weren't working. And I just never did. I never ever did. I'd never practice. And I would just, work when I was working. And I used to think, why don't I want to really hone that skill because other people seem to do it but I just couldn't stick to one medium and I always felt like that was a bad thing and it probably is more an ADHD thing that I've been diagnosed with last year but I know that I get bored doing the same thing. I love the
Yeah,
variety and I used to almost berate myself for that thinking why can't you just stick with one thing and get really good at it, but I think
I
there's a
thought
lot of
that
people like
too,
that.
but we're all different, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
And now I'm like, that's why I couldn't stick to one thing because this business, it just seems to be perfect for all of the things that I need. But actually, there's a lot of other people that like variety and want to be,
yeah.
would normally just go out. If I just find a new craft that I like, I'm like, yeah, I need to spend £300 and get everything.
Oh
So
my God, same.
so I've got so many kits, but this is great because it's like, it's 30 quid and you've got everything you need and it's not massively extensive, but it's enough to do what you need. And then if you love it, you can
Exactly.
go on and
You
get
should see
more.
my collection of brush pens.
Yeah.
Oh, still got them. The whole lot.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's not just me.
No, it's just fun. So this is exactly it. It's a one box. I've got all I need.
Yeah.
And realistically, yeah, if somehow, let's say I fall in love with this particular thing we're doing today, yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to do this every day because I love it,
Hmm.
then I can go off and do it on my own
Hmm.
and do with it whatever,
Yeah, you have the
my
basics.
heart decides to do with it.
Hmm.
And there's nothing to stop people get great at one thing if they want it, but this is also a
Yeah.
great opportunity to try different things.
Yeah.
Or if you like me, you do something different every month. If I don't finish it, realistically, I don't finish it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I am okay with that.
Yeah. And that's why I say to people, I mean, I probably say the same thing every month, but that's why I say to people, draw something and chuck it away. It just
Yeah,
prove to yourself that it's for the value of just doing it. It
yeah,
doesn't matter what it turns out like. It's good for you to
exactly.
just do this and, have a chat and switch your brain off to all the daily issues and and it's
Exactly.
good for me to do it. Like I very often think, oh no, I've got the life coming. I love doing it when I'm doing it, but the thought of doing it, the organization, making sure the kids are in bed, like it's always a stress before. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, that was so good. I loved it.
Yeah, this is great. Great.
And it makes me do it because I just wouldn't otherwise. I would never prioritize, doing something for myself.
Oh, I wouldn't cancel this. It's no way. I love it. And it seems when I check the dates, because I go away quite a lot, but it seems that all the dates that this is happening, I'm here.
Oh, good.
It was the end of the last year. There was a couple that I was away, hence I missed them. I didn't do them. But as soon as I was back, I actually signed up now, so I don't have to think about it. It's just automatic now.
And if
Just
you are away, I know it's not the same when we're not doing the live, but
yeah, I prefer to live. If I was to go away, I would
absolutely.
message you and I would say pause me for this month because
Yeah,
I'm here mainly for this one, like for actual
yeah,
the video together.
hold accountable.
Yeah, but it looks like I'm good for a while now, so
Good.
all
Yeah,
good.
I did try and do it where, I think Wednesdays is a good day where nothing else is really going on. Kind of, I didn't want to do it at the beginning or the end of the month. It's always like just a bit in, and it gives me enough time to make sure that boxes go out by the beginning of the month, and then, and then we've got enough time that there's normally at least a week to make sure the boxes arrive, and if anyone's missing anything. I haven't actually had that yet, but I'm sure I will as as I'm sending out more. I shouldn't say that, should I? Touch wood.
Jinx yourself.
But I'm sure it'll happen.
Mm.
I've gone out and bought more material. I've really enjoyed the English paper piece, and I have to say,
Oh,
bought more
good.
material to keep going. I just feel capacity. I don't feel like the capacity to learn anything new today.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I love that you've joined those still.
Yeah, I still needed a wee bit of connection.
Yeah.
My daughter and I will go through the paper quilling kit over the summer and make something with it.
Oh, I love
So at least
that.
we've
And
got
then
all
you'll
that
have
equipment
something that you've
there.
made together.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. I really want to do that thing that I saw on the internet where it was just like, again, rainbows. Rainbows just excite me.
I love
And I've always
rainbows. Anything rainbow.
She just had done this massive quilt. It took her 3 years, but anytime she got a different material, she would just add it to the purple bit or the pink bit or whatever. And then it just,
Lovely.
eventually grew into this giant, beautiful piece. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, there was one video you did about. I'm not sure I responded to or not. Maybe I got this because I like to always like write something on a video just so you get engagement.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you.
but if I get like disrupted that second, then I forget and I don't do it. But there was one where you were talking about colors and I was rainbows and neon colors. That was exactly. I like rainbows and bright colors. The brighter, the better.
Yeah.
Um,
I just love the spectrum of it. Like if I remember going to the M&M shop in London and I was just like,
oh yeah.
when they've got things like that where they've got like the displays and they're
Yeah, yeah,
all in
yeah.
the spectrum, and I was like, there used to be a shop in Reading. I honestly think it was the best shop I've ever been in, and all it sold, I think it was basically for wedding favors, and I think it had ribbons in like color spectrum, quality streets, and little sweets, but they were all like and Smarties or something, but in these massive, Persian containers all in. I was just like, I can't cope with how much how I love this.
I have M&M shop 100%. That's like,
So satisfying, isn't it?
Oh, it's
yeah.
complete sensory overload.
Pardon?
The M&M shop's complete sensory overload.
Oh, really? Is it too much for you?
Oh, it's wild. My
Yeah.
kids love it. Love it. I don't know how we love it.
Oh, enjoy that.
It's also so expensive. Like
Oh
my,
yeah,
It
yeah.
really is.
God, my kids wanted to design their own M&M. Like you can take a
Yeah, you can
picture
like a
and print it
picture
on there.
or yeah.
They don't tell you how much it is before, and they were like, "Yeah, I want to buy a pot of M&Ms." It was like 39 quid or something.
Oh, it's great. It's I think it's like Disney shop. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always like one of the highlights of our, if we go to London, the M&M shop and then the Lego shop opposite.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we went in there, loved it.
Although we've got a Lego shop in Belfast now, so my kids are all the biz and my husband's all the biz.
I really want the there's a Keith Haring one, isn't there, that I really want.
What's that?
There's a you know the do you know Keith Haring, the artist with the chunky
Oh,
men?
yes.
Outlines and
Yes,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doodle man or whatever. Is it that one?
Yeah, Mr. Doodle's inspired by Keith Haring, I think, but it's
Oh, I think I know which one you mean.
they've got a Lego of that, which is amazing. There's loads of really cool stuff. When I first, got into it.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so cool. And you can put them on a stand, but you can also put them on the wall. So I thought maybe I need to get that at some point. Because I've got dark walls, they'd look so cool. But yeah, when I first started doing it, I just thought, it's just a kid's toy. And then I didn't realize we didn't really have Lego kits, did we, when we were kids?
No.
We never had kits. We had just Lego.
Lego, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there was kits when we were younger, but we never got them. We just had boxes of Lego. But yeah, I didn't realize how cool it was. And now I'm like, oh, it's so satisfying. I think my kids got me the lion tiger thing with the flowers a few birthdays ago. That was amazing. And it's nice to build it with your kids as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've just been doing all this. I've just completely switched off, having a chat, doing some honeycombing. It's just so nice.
It's so relaxing, this one. This was a really good choice.
Yeah, I'm really glad. It's been on the list for ages. I've got a list of probably about 30 things, and it's just, I don't know, I'm not very strategic with it. It's just whatever I feel like doing closer to the time.
Why not?
Yeah, there's no pressure. Right, I'm going to do one more, and then I'll see if they fit in there.
I'm actually putting mine down into the heart, not gluing, just like kind of
That's a good idea.
just placing them there to see where we're at. This one I might have to finish it like maybe tomorrow, but this one I will finish because this one's good. And I'll finish this one.
Yeah, I've got one more to do, and then I'll stick them down, and then we'll be good to go. But make sure that you post a little picture of your things. Also, when I was doing Zoom, when I used Zoom last week, it's amazing. It's got this little AI summary thing. But I just wanted to ask you all if ever because it can give me quotes as to things that you've said. Obviously, I'm not going to put anything like private, but if there's ever anything that you've said that I can like put in a quote to put on social media, do you guys mind that?
Go for it. We don't talk anything private anyway. So.
Yeah, true. Well, I can check with you if there's anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll only be like I've had a great time or I enjoy myself or something, you know.
No, this is amazing. Like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, keep saying it then.
Yeah. No, but I honestly, I love it because it's everyone something else. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Good. I'm very glad. Right. I'm gonna start.
And in my opinion, this is very like reasonably priced as well.
Good.
Because a lot of classes are very expensive, so you can't do them every month. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great price and it's chilled and always something different.
It is tricky though, because trying to get the, I want to do something different every month, but
You have to find a balance that you
yeah,
also don't go
trying
over
the budget,
but
yeah.
what I would obviously that's just I can only speak for myself, but you can always give like options to people. Let's say once in a while do like a poll or something and say, if I was to do, I don't know, so and so class, would you be willing to pay, I don't know, £50 and we could do this and this if we raise, would anyone be interested?
Yeah. Yeah, because there are certain things that would be,
And then
you
that way you get like realistic, I think people
yeah.
can say how they feel.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
definitely wouldn't mind like now and again do but like I said, I can only speak for myself because it wouldn't be fair to speak for others. So
Yeah.
but if you
Yeah,
do
well,
poll,
originally I kind of thought I could always keep this one, and then if I wanted to do a more expensive one, do that one separately or something like that. Because something like silver clay or something, the materials are a lot more expensive, and you'd be making something really lovely. But I don't know, well, that might not be, you have to have like a blowtorch thing and all sorts. But yeah, it's definitely worth thinking. There's so many things I want to do with it. Right, I think I'm just going to start. Am I?
I'm just delighted you delivered in Northern Ireland because I was part of like an embroidery subscription thing that they had to stop delivering to Northern Ireland.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to answer a lot more questions when I'm sending
Yeah.
it. It's a whole like everyone else, it's just like tick, everyone's gone. And with yours, it's like, can you just answer all these questions, please?
Which is bizarre.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to start sticking these down, I think. Oh, sorry, Sandra. I've only just seen that you said all good, thanks. So I'm really glad you are. Sorry. Hello, Lola. How are you doing? And Lola's asked how everybody is.
good, thank you.
Oh, dear.
Right. So again, are you happy with how to glue it down? We're smearing some of the glue onto a surface. I do find this so satisfying. I don't know. I did think I would enjoy it, but I didn't think I'd enjoy it this much. I do really love it. So I'm going to get my coil again, stick it down. So these do have a tendency to bend a little bit. So make sure when you're sticking it on the glue, you're pushing it right down into it so that every single edge is stuck. And then use your tweezers and just lift each section up very gently. You don't want to just yank the whole thing. And with that, you can see the bit. So I'm going to try and get in this corner little bit of the heart. So I'm going to use that smaller section. It's really good that you can just manipulate it to fit whatever shape you want. I'll twist that round. And then just push it down tight and it just sits there. It's so good. This glue is so good. And then that is already stuck.
Oh, that's nice.
So don't worry too much if you've got a little bit of extra glue, because it will, when you put the next bit on, it will cover it up.
Oh.
Again, pushing it all down. So it doesn't take long once you get going with the sticking. It doesn't take long at all. Sometimes you do need to kind of lift it and drop it down in a place where there is more glue if you've dipped a few times. Dropped it. Oh, I just love how this stuff just fits wherever you want it to go. It's so satisfying. You can just kind of twist it up a bit more. And then push it down, make sure it all sticks. Oh, it's so satisfying. I love it.
I'm just thinking, I think I'm going to hide all of this now. And it's my partner's birthday next week. I could use this heart for his birthday card.
Yes.
Happy days.
Oh my God, yes. I'll send you a picture when it's done. I'll put it in a Facebook group.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to use this as a card.
Love that.
I normally make it. Do you want to see something? Okay. Do what you do. I'll show you what I did for his 40th. So that's 2 years ago. I'll be back.
Okay. We love it.
I'm glad I joined tonight. It's forced me just to stop and slow down a wee bit.
Oh, good. Love that. I think we all need that every now and again, don't we?
Forget how important it is to be creative sometimes, even if it's just for yourself.
Really is. And
Back.
it's just something we don't do enough, I think.
So I'm back, and this is made from the sea glass I found myself. So I don't know if you're going to see it.
Oh, hang on, let me just stick this down because I'm
Wow.
struggling.
Is that all sea
Oh,
glass?
Yes,
the heart
so
sea glass
it goes
too?
from like a blue to light, and the 40 is from a blue sea glass.
How do I see it?
beautiful.
And this is a
Forgot how to
deep.
change my view.
Is
Oh, I think hang on, let me change the view because I think I've changed it. So
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that.
Oh, I can see. Hang on,
Make it.
my daughter wants to
How
see
do
too
you
because she's heard me talking
How
about
do you
it.
see it?
Oh,
How
that's
did
so cool. Made all out of sea glass.
Click on Anna. I think you can click on her and click spotlight or something like that.
no, I can't. Ah, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's so lovely.
So
And
yeah, I always
amazing that
try
you've
to
got.
make something.
It's amazing you've got so many the same color or similar color. You could do that lovely.
Yeah, I've got
Fade.
loads. I've got loads.
I
Honestly,
can't
if
see it.
anyone wants any like these are not normal colors. The whites and like the I think they call it sea foam or something, the bluish. The little blue ones that number 40 was from, that's from. So the beach where I go to, we get this blue because they used to make medicine bottles and they were blue in an old glass factory, and that's where the blue is from. a little bit of history for you guys.
Amazing. Can you put a picture? I don't think Charlotte saw it. Can you put a picture of that on the
No.
group?
Yeah, if you want, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that'd be
mean
great.
Facebook
Thank
one?
you.
Yeah,
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 sure.
it's a closed group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do that. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I've made from sea glass.
Yeah, I think you're going to get us all searching for it.
Um,
Maybe we can
yeah.
make a big project where we are, to be honest, we could get sea glass from all over the country.
It's well, I've posted a map for you
Yeah.
guys if because the beaches are all over the England, and we went a couple of years ago. We went to Jurassic Coast,
Oh yeah, no.
and obviously you can look for fossils, but there's also beach where you can look for glass.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll post the map. And my friend managed to get me a map for Isle of Wight as well, so I can't wait to go.
It'd be so nice.
Lovely.
I love seeing what people have made.
I do like when you guys post on the Facebook group because some of you are really, really good.
What happened?
When you post, who posted that pillow?
That was Diane, I think. Oh, Diane and Sandra did their pillows.
Oh my God, they were good.
Yeah, they were lovely.
And then I really liked, was it Mount Fuji? Um, with
Oh,
that, yeah.
the
That
kids
was
did
Um,
it.
amazing.
oh, that was so beautiful. Oh yeah, you're all so talented.
Yeah, so are you. Love it. It's just so nice, isn't it, to just all be creative together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love this.
I just love pushing them. Are you sticking them in yet? I love smushing them down. It's so satisfying. I think I'm running out of color space though, so I'm going to leave some of the colors out.
I think I just got hang of it, how to make it nice, the honeycomb.
Hmm.
I was making them too big and now I just got hang of it and I'm making it actually the way I like it.
Yeah, you can make them quite tight and really kind of smush them into the shape that you want. But if you kind of work with the coils and you can twist them up a little bit more if you need to. Oops. Kind of pinch them with your tweezers and twist them a bit more to make them a bit smaller. Not to go in there. Blue.
You run these over the summer as well?
Pardon?
You run these over the summer as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I do it all year round. I know, I'm just waiting for the day that I forget about Alive and book a holiday or something. And mind you, there's no chance of that at the moment. I can't afford a holiday yet.
So everything's so dear at the minute.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it?
Mm.
When my kids finish school, they only have about a week and a bit left of school. The summer holidays here start at the end of June.
Oh, do they?
And they get 8 weeks here.
Oh, wow. Gosh, that is soon. That's very soon, isn't it?
My daughter's on a countdown. I think she works out doing something like 11 full days left. Yeah. Yep, she's counting on 8 full days left. Yeah, there's been bother.
Did they have less during the rest of the year then?
Yeah, they only get a week at Easter.
Okay.
And they get slightly less over Christmas as well.
Right.
My daughter's school, even though they've only got to the end of I think she finished on the 26th, 24th of June. They still have teacher training day next week as well, where they're off on Monday.
Oh, my school week, including my school week was 3 days, and then 2 days this week. Then I didn't go today because I went to 2.5 classes.
And there's a couple here yesterday. There was rioting here yesterday, and they all got sent home from school at 12 o'clock, so they're all delighted with life.
Why did they get sent home from school?
There was trouble. There was rioting yesterday.
Oh, was
And they
there?
wanted them all off the streets before the afternoon.
Oh dear.
So all the schools closed at 12.
Well,
It's just quiet enough today now, so it does.
Oh gosh, that's a long time though, isn't it? For like childcare and stuff, it's a long time.
It can be a long summer for childcare. It's not too bad now. My eldest is 14 and a half, so
Yeah.
he's self-sufficient, but my wee boy's only 8, so he's still at the childminders.
Yeah.
But I have to say, come September, I go nearly into a depression once they go back to school, because I do love having them home.
I feel the same, but yeah, I think by the time I think, God, I'm never going to want them to go back because I love not having to get up and do this rushing around and stuff. But then I do start craving the routine, which is crazy because I'm not a routine person.
See, I love the lack of routine. I did shift work for like 23 years. I'm only in a 9 to 5 job in the last year and a half. So I was able to say, like on random Tuesdays, right, come on, we'll get up and we'll go so and so the day, you know. So it was lovely being able to do all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lovely. Well, I work for myself, so I'm always around for the kids if they need to be, which is lovely. But then you get that guilt feeling where I'm here, but I'm working.
Yeah.
And they're like, can we go and do something? I'm like, I do have to work. So
You know what? But I think as mums and as parents, we never feel like we're getting it right.
no, never. And I remember being annoyed with my mum for working so hard that she'd get poorly every time we went on holiday because she was so exhausted. And I do exactly the same now.
You don't even notice yourself doing it.
No, I don't. But if you don't do it, who else picks up the slack?
Yeah.
I think I've got one more bit to go in. Should it purple? I might do purple actually. Right, I am very nearly done here. My heart is slightly misshapen. I think I've forced some of these in a little bit too hard, but you know, it's handmade.
I think I'm going to finish mine over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I will send you, I'm going to make it into a card. And then I will send you a picture.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. If you do find though, when you're fitting your last bit in, that it's a bit too big, like this one is, you can just
Cut it off.
off. Yeah. You might just do. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just snip one bit off at a time just to see if you can fit it in. Oh, it is so satisfying when it's such a like tight fit and then you just coil it in. That one wasn't so satisfying. It's been a bit of a fiddle. Ah. Okay, I'm in. Right.
Let's see. Ah, did
Fab.
you?
Oh
Did you?
wow, that looks amazing.
So nice. Did you do approximately 2 per color?
No, I did one per color, but I think I might have more variety of colors actually, because I've just got one multi-pack here. 1, 2,
Okay.
4, 5, 6,
Around the 10.
yeah, I've got 13 colors here, sorry.
That's okay, don't worry.
I would have used the same as you, but I ran out. I sold out, which I'm really happy about, but I was just like, oh no, I haven't kept a kit back for me.
I can't really hear it's in my
It's brilliant. It's good that you sold out.
Yeah,
It's very good.
very good. But yeah. Right, I think I'm gonna love you and leave you guys if you're all happy to
Yeah.
continue. I think Diane's gone. I don't know
Very
where Diane
much.
went. Very, very
Thank you
much.
so much for another brilliant evening.
Thank you. I've loved it.
Good.
I haven't stuck anything down yet, but I still don't know how I'm gonna do it, so I'm just playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Put all your pictures in the group when you can. Don't ever feel weird
Yeah.
about doing it because I love seeing it. Just do it for me. It's not like it's just lovely for everyone to see all of your you know, what you've done. Right. Anyway, have a lovely evening. And
Bye everyone.
yeah.
See you next month.
Bye everyone.